Today's first impression is of this new foundation by L'Oreal. It's called True Match Lumi Healthy Luminous Makeup with a broad spectrum of SPF 20. The color that I'm using is Neutral N4 Buff Beige. It comes in a pump, which is a major plus. I love foundations that have a pump because you could actually control how much foundation comes out. Ooh, it's actually quite liquidy. You can see it kind of roll down. I'm just going to do 2 pumps for now, but I'm just going to start off as always on the left side so you can kind of compare. I'm going to tap a little bit on. And it actually has a very faint scent, nothing that's obnoxious, or it doesn't smell like, you know, when you wear some foundations it just smells like chemicals. It doesn't smell like that. And it's actually going on pretty smooth. It kind of feels like almost like a powdery finish. So here I am with 1 layer of foundation on my left side of the face. I do have 2 zits or pimples, one on my chin and then one on my cheek. It looks like the one on my chin is pretty red and you can still see the redness peeking through. I am going to put another layer on to see the buildability of this foundation. I could definitely see that it did cover more of the redness on my pimples. However, it's not a full coverage. You could still see my actual skin underneath the foundation, so it's more of a medium coverage foundation, light to medium. My face is glowing from what I could tell, and actually comparing it to the skin that doesn't have any foundation, there's no major difference. I wouldn't say it's significant, but up close I think you would be able to notice that I do have like the redness on my cheeks, and then also in the nose area here it's pretty red, but on my left side it's concealed. So I'm gonna go ahead and even out my skin tone. What's interesting about this is that it does say to reapply every 2 hours, which I think is quite excessive for a drugstore foundation. I mean, for any foundation to have to reapply every 2 hours, especially since it's a liquid. But I'm not going to do that because I want to see how long this will actually last. And again, I do have oily combination skin, and it says that this foundation is good for all skin types. So I'm back. I applied all my makeup and my foundation has set now. And it feels very soft, very light. It is definitely dewy, or you know, it has that luminosity. And I did not put any setting powder like I usually do, especially around the T-zone, but I did none of that because I want to see how this foundation truly works with my skin. See how this works throughout the day. It is now 11 o'clock exactly, so I will check back in a few hours and then we'll see how my makeup looks then. It is 1:06 p.m. so it's been 2 hours since I've had this foundation on. I went out, ran errands. It's actually kind of a warm day today. It's about 70s, and this is my foundation now. It doesn't feel like it's sweating off or anything, but one thing I do notice is that in my T-zone it seems way glossy, just too oily. I'm just gonna pat it to remove the oil, and I do see remnants of my foundation transferred to the tissue paper, but other than that it seems good. It matches my skin tone still, and yeah, I mean that's it for the update. I will update you again later tonight. It's now 8:38 p.m. and I've had this foundation on for a little over 9 hours. I think the foundation lasted pretty long, especially considering that it said to reapply after 2 hours. My zit in the bottom here, I don't know what I did, if I scratched it, if I rubbed it or what, but it's just popping out. It definitely didn't stay covered, but the one up here on my cheek stayed concealed. Surprisingly, my forehead isn't too oily. Usually, especially with liquid foundations, if it's not targeted towards oily skin, my T-zone is just so oily you could fry an egg on it. Sure, next time I do use this, I will put like a setting powder around my T-zone because I don't like it looking too shiny in the first place, but everywhere else I like the glow. I think this is more just to even out skin tone and to give your skin luminosity. I don't think this is good for people that have tons of acne because like you can see on my chin, it didn't conceal it all day. So yeah, and I think this would be especially great for women that have dry skin. Color wise, from what I saw from the display, they had a good selection variety from fair to medium to tan skin. However, for the deep darker colors, there wasn't much. I think I just saw one color. This photographs great in flash. I took a photo with bright natural light with a flash on, as well as an area that had dim light in our house, so I think it photographs beautifully. So that's it for my review. Let me know what you think, comment below, and let me know what kind of review you'd want to see next for my first impression. I cannot believe it. We're actually gonna have a baby, and it's just all starting to feel so real now. So if you want to join me on my journey to motherhood, click the video on the right where I do my daily vlogs with my husband. And if you want to see more beauty videos, click the video on the left where I show you how to do a smoky eye.